Well, got my son a truck. It's a 1997 Dodge Ram 1500 SLT Laramie, and got for a pretty good price. So we're going to get it up to running condition. It used to run, now it just turns over, it doesn't start. But you can see here somebody spray painted it, and they spray painted all of this and all over the grill, basically the whole truck. And there was some green spray paint here. Got some aftermarket lights here and inside the grill. Got a dent in the fender. It's not bad. It's a little rust, but it's not bad. And then they spray painted the wheels, and so if you look on the inside, he's already taken out some of the seats to clean them up, but this is all dirty, and they spray painted the panels. Basically everything was spray painted. They have a knuckle buster on here, but it looks like it's going to be quite a project, which is what we're looking for. We're wanting to get something to work on together. There's that, and then here's the cluster. So looks pretty rough, but it'll clean up. And got an aftermarket radio. It works. So yeah, if you look around in the back, well, actually you can see up here, his original color was white. It's nice and smooth, but of course the paint, and there's a little bit of overspray on this. We got a nice hard cover, to try to get the paint off, but not really too much worried about the paint, as we are just getting it to be functional. But they spray painted the tail lights, so that's not good. So there's the back, and this is pretty rusted, so we'll probably have to get a new fender, which it's easy. What we got inside? Oh, yep. Looks pretty good. Got a nice rubber mat to it. But yeah, it does pull when driving it. It does pull really bad. Probably needs a brake job, because the brake pedal goes almost to the floor. And it kind of jerks whenever you're trying to accelerate, and right now it won't start, so I'm pretty sure it's something to do with the spark plugs, or one of the sprayers, or the fuel injectors, something. But anyways, this is a good project we're gonna get working on. So disconnected the battery so that way we can take spark plugs out, and then just past the battery was this bungee cord with 550 cord, or this nylon cord. I'm military, so I call it 550 cord. But yeah, so there's that. All right, so what we're doing now is we're gonna go ahead and pull the spark plugs on this and figure out why it won't start. I pulled one. You good?
Yeah, I just hit my hand on this, whatever it's called, the wires. Like, I did it and I pushed, then it hit me in the hand.
You hit yourself. Anyways, so looking at this, this thing looks like it's long gone, but it's interesting what you find when you start taking stuff apart. So we're gonna go ahead and get these pulled apart and see what we can find. Well, got all those out. Put this back in here. So far the wires look good.
Yeah, this.
Can't get it?
Yeah.
All right, so we got all the spark plugs out, and one of our spark plug wires was not working with us, so we just went ahead and got new spark plugs with spark plug wires. We got a gapping tool. Hey, bring that gapping tool over here.
Yeah, what tool?
The gap tool.
What's the gap?
The thing doesn't get to check the gap in the spark plugs, guy. The coin looking thing.
Oh, that coin looking thing.
That's no.
Coat protector.
Well, we got some spark plug boot protector, spark plugs, and our gap tool. So it calls for a 0.35 inch gap. So we're gonna gap it, and we're gonna go ahead and place the wires. So you're gonna work on an oily truck and get oil on your awesome hoodie And your what? Look at that! What is that? Dang, dirt ball.
It's my man marks.
Your man marks?
Yes.
Well, all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and work on these. Now, when you replace these, if you don't know which one goes to which, you can just disconnect one at a time and just measure the length. Does that make sense?
These have different lengths?
Yeah. Look.
Dang. Where do I disconnect it from?
So look at this one. This one's already longer than the one you have, right? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna pick one and trace it back. So let's look at this one right here. So there's this one, and then you trace it back here, and you're gonna have to look and see where it connects. It connects. You'll see the top of the spark plug wire back there, and then you'll disconnect it and then replace with a new one.
Yes, sir.
Well, in trying to pull off the spark plug from the distributor, this little thing broke off. So we're gonna need a new distributor. So we're gonna have to take off this so we can have better reach and better visibility back there. So doesn't it sound fun?
Very.
Very?
Anything to work on my truck.
That's exactly it. Until you get frustrated with having to keep fixing one thing after another.
Frustration isn't in the book.
Frustration's not in the book?
Nope. Not in the dictionary.
Oh, you got a lot to learn, man. All right. Got that off. Nice. Now that we got that off, now we can see things a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Little at a time. All right, so we got the distributor cap off, and looking at it, see right here, that was corroded, burnt off, and then inside, can't really see, but it's all corroded in there and it's flaking off, and so we're gonna go get a new distributor cap. See that? So yeah, it's not a good cap anymore. And then on the inside, the distributor, it has a little piece of metal that was corroded and everything. I'm not sure if you saw or not, but on the distributor cap, we had them numbered, the terminals numbered, just like on the cables. We have the cables numbered, so that way we can, mirror those up to the ones that are the right length. So that way everything goes back to the right cylinder, everything goes back to the distributor cap as it should.
So basically, we had to get a new distributor cap because, as you see, the corrosion broke off a bunch of parts and it caused a spark knot to get to the engine. And we also had to get a new rotor part, which, as you can see in here, to get a new rotor because the last one was also corroded, and a new distributor cap.
Yep, so now we got a new distributor cap and a new rotor with it. So we saved the rotor, but decided to get just a new rotor. I think it's kind of what you do anyway, is just use a new rotor with the distributor cap, kind of like whenever you change a water pump, you get a new thermostat. So here's the old one, got it all marked off with the firing order. So yeah, we can go ahead and get this put on. Also, it's nighttime, as you can see, so didn't gotta work until later. I had to go pick up Jason from wrestling practice and feed the kids, so we're doing this tonight. Headlamps.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. Can put on the cap, we'll put on the rotor, put on the cap, and wires, spark plugs, all that good jazz. We'll see if it starts. Feel the rotor?
Yeah.
Yep, it's down in there. So it should just pop off. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah, let's see it.
That's not too bad.
See it. So here's the old one. So yeah, I had actually, well, Jason and I had gotten some vinegar with a toothbrush and knocked off all the corrosion because it is pretty bad. And then we had a piece of sandpaper, real fine sandpaper, and we worked it down, but didn't want to worry about creating too much of a gap. So see here, here's a new one. So, and you can see this one's the edge is kind of rubbed off down on one side, on the right side, and this one's just fine. So yeah, all right. Now, put that back on the same way this one was.
There we go.
All right, it should go on one way because remember there's this nub.
Yep, I got it on.
All right, seated on that nub.
Yep.
All right,
And
so
I pressed it as hard as I could, so it's on.
well, twist it. It shouldn't twist.
Yep, it's good.
Cool. I got one side. Now he's getting the other.
All right, there we go.
You got it?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Now we need to get the firing order on top of the cap and then start routing it. Okay, now we're going to measure up our old wires with our new wires. All right, so we got them separated by length, new one with the old one, new one with the old one, so on and so forth. And we even have the one that goes to deliver the spark right here, this end with this end. So this is going to go in the center of the distributor cap. All right, so real quick, see here's the old spark plugs, you know how worn out they are, and then here's new ones that are going in there. Also, something that I shared with Jason is this information tag right here, so you can see your engine and type of spark plugs and even the gap. And so we got one of these. I mean, you don't really need to gap your spark plugs so much anymore. They come, you know, manufactured better. But anyways, we got some of this spark plug boot protector for the new boots, and then one of these gapping tools. Got it from AutoZone. So it's 0.35 for the gap, and I showed him how to do it. All right, let's go. We're actually gonna put the spark plugs in first instead of routing the wires. All right, he's got one spark plug he's going in there, and I explained to him whenever you see the spark plug seated inside the socket, and I showed him that rubber grommet that's on the inside. You can see right there, little rubber grommet. So yeah, he's gonna work on one side and I'm gonna work on the other. I'm gonna come back and verify that his are seated in just fine. And remember, whenever you put them in, Jason, they want to fit pretty snug. Don't over tighten. Don't try to put all of your Hercules strength in there. Just make sure they're good and snug, right?
Yes, sir. I used to think that there was bears, like in the woods and stuff.
You used to think there's bears?
Yeah, there is, but I used to be scared.
Well, all you have to do is just flex and he'll run away.
Oh yeah, Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. All right, Timmy Tough Knuckles.
I think, how many do you have left? One?
I got this and one more. How many you got left?
2.
Nice. All right, so now we're gonna put this stuff on there. The boot protector, we're gonna put it inside the boot. At least that's what the instructions say. So it says, ensure the spark plug boots are clear and dry, which they are, and apply the inside of each spark plug boot, making sure the grease is evenly distributed. Install spark plug boots per manufacturer specification. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so next thing I showed Jason is whenever you're putting these back on, you have, so of course you have your firing order here, but you also have it on your block. So here's a 3, and then under here is the 1, and then over here is the 5. So you got 5, and you got 7, and then same thing over there. All right. Now we're putting in the spark plug wires, so got one of them done, routed back, connected to the distributor, and we know exactly where they're going. So a good indicator for us is starting with number 4, because it's closest to this nub, and also starting with number 1, just because of the way this is laid out. So this one's pointed directly towards the motor, so just to the left of it is the number 1. So we're plugging along pretty good. All right, so we got all the spark plugs on, all the plugs plugged into the distributor cap, which I don't think you can really see. Yeah, somewhere back there. Too short. Okay. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and connect the battery and just see if it'll start. All right, we got the battery connected. We just got, what is the air intake, whatever it is, just set on there. All right, go ahead and try to start it. All right, so we tried starting it, but the battery's dead. So got my truck and hooked it up to the battery. And so now we're gonna see if it starts. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. That's it. It starts. That scratching was him pushing the starter again. It's got a push start, so we're gonna get rid of that. But yeah, it didn't start before, then it was sputtering. Now it sounds good. I mean, there's some squeaking. It's probably a pulley or the water pump, but nonetheless, we got new spark plugs, spark plug wires, a distributor cap, and a rotor. It's sounding good. Give it a couple revs.
All right.
Ciao. All right, watch out, guys. Yeah, I know. Huh?
I smell smoke.
All right, so we got the truck started. We turned it around and up on the road and pulled it in. So now we can actually work on it with lights. So we're working with what we got, and the intention of this video is just to show kind of a father-son project and just show, you know, what we got. And we're not experts. I'm not an expert. Nobody claims to be an expert, but this is just something that we're doing together, already making memories, and it's good. If there's anybody out there that wants to do the same thing with their son or daughter, I encourage you to do the same thing. So if anybody has any tips, more than happy to take them. But we do have one problem with this. Maybe somebody can give some feedback with. You know, it started right off and it ran, but as we scaled up the driveway, it died, and it's like it's at a low idle. I mean, it idles just fine when it's flat, but then whenever we started to ascend, you had to keep pumping the gas just to keep the RPMs up, to keep it running. So I managed to keep enough RPMs going, put it in drive, drive up, turn it around, and then pull it in. But when it sits flat, it idles just fine. So I don't know if it's something with the fuel injectors, if it's the fuel filter, the fuel pump. Any information you guys give, that'd be great. And I don't know if I'm gonna make this a series where, you know, spacing it out, as you know, we know parts cost money, so don't expect like a back-to-back series. So these will be far and few between. But anyways, any feedback would be great. Thanks for tuning along, and catch you guys later.